I remember selling like cards I sold. I pulled a Josh Allen Gold Prism rookie. Sold that for, I begged someone to buy it for $300. Finally said yes. Worth a lot more now, but I did that because I needed to buy a hobby box.
Yep.
And same thing with the Juan Soto Superfractor Heritage. Sold that for like 6K. That funded the channel for like a year. So yeah, we were going desperate to make videos, and
Yep. Live from one of the biggest card shows in the world with one of the biggest names in the entire industry. Today, we have a very, very special guest. This is one I feel extremely fortunate to be a part of. This is a leader in the industry for content creation. As someone who makes a lot of videos, Ryan, you are certainly someone I look up to in the space. You've been doing it a long time. You've done it the right way, and you've made some really cool videos. So, first off, welcome to the pod, and thank you for coming.
Thank you for the first all kind words. I don't know if I deserve all that, but yeah, I'm really excited. First official podcast card related, so I'm really excited, and yeah, biggest card show on earth. I'm ready to have some fun.
This is gonna be special, but I think I caught something there. You've never really done like podcast much, right?
Nope, I've done one kind of podcast. Wasn't really card related. I don't know, but I consider this to be the first official one. So I'm really excited.
So an exclusive interview live at the National,
Yeah,
with one of the biggest names in sports cards. So
there you go.
let me start there. You're now one of the biggest names in the industry, and you make incredible content. You have insane view counts, but it hasn't always been that way. And so I'm gonna start with, who are you, and how did we get right here?
Well, there's only a channel because when I used to go to Target, you see those boxes. Even now, there's no picture of these cards. You don't know what these look like. So, yeah, I said 10, 20 bucks.
Yep.
Am I going to open these, or I want to spend money on this? And that's all the money I had. So I watched videos on YouTube. Most didn't really have much. So I was like, all right, I'm going to record mine. If you look at the early videos on the channel, they're terrible. I'm on my floor. I don't even know if I talk for some of them. I'm kind of just like, and started posting these videos. Kind of quit a few times, just stopped posting because I was just doing other stuff. But
Yeah.
over time, started building and building and building, going from like 5 viewers of guys who were, we knew each other so well because we were the only 5 who would just comment on each other's videos. And then all of a sudden, new faces, slowly but surely grew. And out of nowhere, we built this into a brand I never imagined. So I was just doing it for fun. You can see the production early on. I mean, I think I'm recording on like a Lego stand I made out of Legos because I didn't have a card stand, nor could I afford one at the time. It was a hectic time, but I've always loved cards. Started with Pokemon, getting passed down from my cousins. Then bought a few boosters myself. Baseball as well. Took a little break, and then around Johnny football time, got back into football, and rest is history. So I love sports cards. Always love collectibles, and
Yep.
so naturally, it's something I love to do.
Yeah, this is gonna be fun because I know a little bit about your journey through you and I knowing each other over the years. But talk to me, like, so some of the early videos when you were making those, any sport, just kind of like opening, like you're big on opening now, like that's a big part of your channel is opening stuff. Like, has it always been opening for you?
For the most part, yeah. I did some mail days, and I'd be desperate to find a video idea. I remember at one point, I got a mail day of like 5 items, and I just did one card unboxing each day. I once split up a hobby box into like 2 packs a day. I was just kind of spitballing, doing football, basketball, a little bit of baseball, and I tried some Star Wars, which I wouldn't mind doing again. Rogue One, I was obsessed with that movie, still am.
Yep.
But yeah, just kind of whatever people want. I usually try to bring on the channel. Basketball and football, the bread and butter. I love baseball so much, though. Diehard Yankees fan, although right now it's brutal. And I mean, I love Pokemon. I love Star Wars. I love collecting little figures of random you-know-whats, Disney pins. I'd love to put all this on the channel, too. Who knows?
Yeah. Yeah, I know the Disney thing's big. We'll get into that, I'm sure. I know we share a love for that. Good. Okay. All right, so you started out, you got the mail days, and talk me through that process around, like, did you intend, like, did you always want to, like, build a big audience? Did you always want to build it? Because it seems like just knowing what I know about your story, like, and I think this is a good message for the audience around like you are doing anything just to create. You're just trying to do, get better, and to learn. I mean, you said you're splitting up hobby boxes to 2-pack videos to try to get this thing, going.
I got a mouthful for that one. Viewers are like, whatever. Come on, it's an Optic hobby box. There's only one auto in the box, so we're looking at some base cards. I was just kind of spitballing. I mean, I remember I was doing it for fun. I think you used to get an email when you got a new sub, and so every time I get a subscriber, I would like tell my family, like, oh my goodness, like we're at 24 subs. I'm like, whoa. And then I think one day, like the night we hit 100, I was like freaking out because there was no goal. It was just, hey, let's just have some fun.
Yep.
So yeah, it's crazy. This definitely it became the goal, but at the beginning, there was not even a dream of hitting that. I was just like, hey, let's just make a channel. That's why I was just so like unprofessional in the videos, just sitting there. I mean, I sometimes watch those back to see how funny it is, and people comment all the time where I'm just on like my carpet. You see just garbage in the back. Yeah, so I mean, we built it like that. Like the content was tough to do. Working like part-time job, also school at the same time.
Yep.
I remember selling like cards I sold. I pulled a Josh Allen Gold Prism rookie. Sold that for. I begged someone to buy it for $300. Finally said yes. Worth a lot more now, but I did that because I needed to buy a hobby box, which at the time was like $100. That's 3 hobby boxes. That's a win.
Yep.
And same thing with the Juan Soto Superfractor Heritage. Sold that for like $6K. That funded the channel for like a year. So yeah, we were going desperate to make videos, and still now sometimes a scramble. But I mean that's the life, I guess, trying to do this thing.
And if I'm not mistaken, you pulled the Josh Allen Gold on like the Packman Travels channel, didn't you? You guys, I think, were on the beach when you pulled
series, yeah. So I was in Spain and I brought an FOTL Prism box.
And that's back in like when FOTL Prism boxes were like $200.
And no one would buy. You could get as many as those you want. Like 2017 sat on site for a while.
I remember buying like 30 boxes of Luca FOTL Prism. Again, like it was such a different time then.
I should have bought more. I bought a case. And I opened all of them in one sitting. And I wish I still had one of those.
Just one.
Just one, but yeah, I pulled that on the beach in Spain. And at the time, Josh Allen, like rookie year, he was okay.
Yep. I had the Josh Allen 101 Black Finite Auto. Yeah.
I really wish I kept the guy. That's a huge
Trust me, I can tell you all about wishing I still had Josh Allen cards.
Yeah. He's the one that got away. So Josh Allen, that's probably one of my top moments. I get clowned for the most. And take it like a champ, I know, but everyone's always like, hey, got any Josh Allen golds? I'm running auctions, and big mistake. And I remember like I was still on vacation, like texting some guy like, come on, here's a picture of the card. It's so nice. Like, come on, sure you don't want it? He's like, all right, I'll take it. $300. I was like, yes, like bingo. That's 3 videos paid for. I can buy an Origins hobby box now.
Yep.
Big mistake, but I mean that's what. Would I do it again? Yeah, because
100%.
If I don't sell the Soto, who knows if the channel takes off? Because I was in college, I didn't have a penny.
For sure. And I think that's so important, and it's often missed. Those conversations are fun because you look back and you're like, I wish I still had those.
Yeah.
But what they did and what it could have, you'll never know what selling it or not selling, you know what selling it led to, but you don't know what not selling it would have led to. Like, if those videos for 6 months or a year, they could have changed, 100%. You have a massive following now. And if that one card led to it, it's worth far more than you ever would have sold it for.
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything because I love where I'm at right now. Super grateful for it. I mean, I wouldn't trade it for the world. So if gotta do that again, 10 times out of 10. Yeah.
Sure. Now, we sit here now. You've been building this for a while. Was there ever any point along the way, you kind of made a joke about 100 subs. Was there ever any point along the way where you're like, okay, this is crazy. Maybe we have something here.
COVID. When you started seeing that boom, the production didn't get any better. I just had a table now. But all of a sudden, I'm just getting tons and tons of views. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on. But I would just keep posting. I was like, all right, well, here's another one. Here's another one. I think Random Hobby Packs was a very successful series.
Yep.
And so whenever I had a chance, I would just open Random Hobby Packs. And that during COVID was, I mean, it was the bread and butter. Every single time I posted one of those, I had so much fun. I would just take a picture of it, the thumbnail. I mean, start to finish, the video took probably like maybe an hour. Now it takes me like several hours.
Yep.
But I would just sit there, record my phone. There's no face cam. Rip, take a picture of it. No text or anything like that. And boom. I'm all right. And it would
crush.
And I was like, oh my goodness. So yeah, the COVID time was a crazy time, not just for your channel, but just in general for cards. I mean,
Yep.
who knows where we're at if that didn't happen. Um, yeah, I mean, every single day I was just like, what? Look at the numbers, just
Yep.
uncharted territory for me. It was
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah, I know Brian and I've talked about this, and I've given you a lot of credit when I've done our videos because I see a lot of your content around like pack openings. I think the one I give you the most credit for that I think is probably one of your better videos and is a genius idea is the 100 packs for 100K, 200 packs for 200K. Like those videos, like every time I film one of them, I'm like, I'm giving credit to Packman. Like
Thank you.
he's who we got this idea from. And those videos, especially for you, like you're the OG of it, but like those videos crush.
Those are crazy ones. Those are full day, wake up. There's nothing on the schedule except for we're doing that video today. And my setup is still so primitive. I mean, it's really basic. So, I mean, when people ask for tips, I tell them what I have. My stand is still the same one I bought off Amazon when I first started doing cards after I stopped using the Lego one.
Yep.
And, I mean, I'm using like iMovie. It's really basic. Now I'm trying to upgrade that setup sooner rather than later. Hopefully, very, very soon. I keep saying that, but I think we're somewhat close. But those videos, yeah, I mean, I wanted to do something fun around it. I thought it made sense. That's, as I mentioned, the bread and butter of the channel was when we were growing the most, the random hobby packs. So
Yep.
I saved stuff. I'm saving stuff right now for the 400. Although the 300 was so long, I don't know how I can even.
Was 300 that crazy?
I think it was like almost 3 hours.
Oh gosh.
I don't actually
Oh
know
my
how to
gosh.
do that. So when I get a videographer, one of the first questions I ask them is, "Hey, when we do 400, how am I supposed to do this?" Because I think the file was so big, I had to delete like everything on my computer just to fit it on there. It's the whole day thing. So I'm looking forward to it. But
Yeah.
those videos are so much fun, and you pull the craziest cards from, I mean, 100 packs, 200, 300.
Yep.
Just stuff that I never would have thought. So I've started saving like cases of my favorite products.
Yep.
And
Because 400 packs
yeah.
is like a hobby box is like, one card
yeah,
or
you
like
get a lot.
12 packs. Like, select hobbies 12. You got to rip 400 packs. Like, that's a lot of product.
Some of those are one packers too. I like iMac. I'm saving
Yep.
some of those. That's one pack, but it's a few
You
$1,000.
got 400 to rip. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's gonna be I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm just happy I'm here
Yep.
because it's a good problem to have. But
Yep.
I don't actually know, and I'm actually trying to plan for it now. I'm trying to look up like when I have these big openings. Like for example, I just recorded one of my longer openings. It's an hour-long one chasing some really cool cards. And even that took a long time. So yeah, I'm already preparing for that one. And if we're lucky to hit that, first of all, thank you to everyone. But we're going all out. We got to go big, and I'm saving some really crazy stuff.
That's awesome. I think that, I think what you said in there, though, you mentioned something, and I think this is really, really, really important because a lot of people talk around like, oh, I want to create videos and I want to be like Pac-Man. And they're like, I need to get this crazy setup and I need to build this, like, and I got to have the perfect lighting and I got to have these things. And the one thing I know about you is you open these cards and you do this because you love it. Like, I've known you to be an authentic person since we've met many, many years ago.
Likewise.
But like, you love this. And like you said, you're using the same Amazon stand. Like, I know when we had a conversation years ago at the Lamborghini Whatnot event, like, you didn't even have like, I think your brother-in-law, like someone was helping you like film. Like, it's a very like, you were doing thumbnails on your phone.
Still do.
Like, still do. Like, you don't have like some crazy multi-million-dollar like team behind you, and you have like the second most 1A or 1B following on like YouTube, and you're massive. Just talk to the idea of like, it doesn't take millions of dollars. It just takes like doing it.
Yeah, I mean, what you mentioned about the setup, I still use the same stuff. Very primitive. Every computer has, like something like iMovie, for example. It's the same Amazon stand as I mentioned. It actually broke last National, and maybe I'm just cheap actually, but instead of buying a new one, we put tape on it. It's like white painter's tape, and I can't really push too hard in it, or else the whole just falls off. But I still use the same thing. It still works. So it's a very cheap setup. It's my laptop. It's the stand and a mic I've been using for a few years. And my lighting's not too great either. That could use help. The desk needs space. I hear it a lot. That is coming. I don't know when, but it is coming. Upgrading the setup. But yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a one-man team with help My wife helps me a lot, especially with the break stuff.
Yep.
She'll have, check over videos too. But yeah, everything else I do myself right now. Editing is my least favorite thing to do. But yeah, right now we edit. I do the thumbnail. I do it all from my phone. Right before I came here, I was in the hotel room making my thumbnail for today's video and getting little cutouts, zooming in, and okay, done. And I'm using like these basic free apps. Once again, maybe I'm just too cheap, but I'm using like these apps that like stink. And I'm like, oh, I get so frustrated, but we get the job done. And it's a really basic setup. So whenever someone asks, I say, hey, look, I'm still using, because I get a lot of questions. What's your setup?
Yep. Sure.
What are your tips? And I would say, hey, start small. That's how I did it. And I still use those same really, really basic stuff. Should I? No. Is it time to upgrade? 100%. Do I definitely need to get some help? Yes, 100%. That is coming, but it is possible. You gotta put a lot of work into it, but it's absolutely possible. So hopefully soon, next time I see you, hopefully I have a team helping me, because yeah, like with those, I have like a friend holding the camera.
Yep.
We don't know even how to use the thing. Like I don't even use that camera anymore because we actually don't know how to use it. And I think we messed up the audio last time. So we're learning. This has never been my forte, but what I like to say good at, and what I love to do is open packs. So hopefully that's enough, and never can excuse the production issues, but that will come. We got the packs. Hopefully that's enough.
That's it. It seems to be working so far.
So far.
Now, you obviously open a ton. A quick couple questions on that. All-time favorite product to open?
Okay. I'm gonna say one for each sport. Is that fair?
Yeah, sure. For sure.
Ooh. Okay. All right. So football's honors.
Honors football. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's like every product, and it's so juicy. I love that stuff. I wish they drop it this year. I don't know if they will. Basketball, photogenic,
You all love photogenic.
probably. Maybe old Revolution, 1819 and prior,
Okay. Why do you say older?
because that's when it was better checklists on card. Nowadays, I feel it's a little bit watered down, and it doesn't excite me the way it used to. It still does, 100%. The kabooms helped.
Yep.
But something about those old Revolutions was special to me. Maybe it's nostalgia. I don't know what it is.
Yep.
But Luka year and before, so I think it started at 15, 16.
Okay.
I mean, it's just special, and I love all the designs there. Every auto I pull, it's either a rookie, and those could bust, but if it's a vet, it's like Kobe. It's someone absolutely insane, Iverson. So Reggie
Yep.
Miller. So I always try to include those in breaks, for example. So that Revolution I like as well, and then high end iMac Noir I love. A lot of people like NT Flawless. It's iMac Noir for me. Baseball then, Heritage, and
Heritage.
Dynasty.
Wow.
Yes. I like chasing nickname variations and the real one autographs. So that's probably the product I ripped them. Oh, and Allen and Ginter. There you go. Yes, for one product, I think I gave you 9, but there you go.
Yeah, 1 to 8, but
Yeah,
hey,
this is my top 10.
it's observation. Football and basketball. You didn't mention Tops. Obviously, they're getting the license soon.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Just knowing what the baseball market looks like in some of their recent releases. What are your thoughts about Tops making basketball and football in the next? We're gonna sit here next national, and Tops is gonna own a lot of the market.
It's gonna be a different time.
Initial thoughts there?
I'm optimistic. There's stuff I like about Panini, but end of the day, there's not. I'll miss contenders.
Yeah.
I'll miss photogenic. There are equivalents to some of these.
Like, is there a, let me ask you this, is there a product that Tops makes for one sport that they have licensing now that you're excited for with football or basketball?
Dynasty.
Yeah. I would have said Royalty. I ripped a lot of Royalty tennis. I love that product. I think Tops game use patches, on card autos. I think Tops has done a great job with that. So I started thinking about that. And then one card that gets brought up on a lot of our podcasts, I love talking about it. I'm very open that the debut patch auto is the single greatest card you could make of any
Crazy.
athlete. What that means for Cooper Flag, Arch Manning, some of these guys as they start getting there, like chasing
Oh,
Cooper
boy.
Flag, it's August. By the time comes out, it's gonna be August.
Yeah.
You're 2 months away from the Cooper Flag debut patch auto potential. I'm gonna guess we're gonna see a Packman cards video here real soon that says chasing the greatest modern day basketball card ever made.
I might go broke, but I'll try. No, yeah, I mean, there's a lot that excites me. The license change, I'm optimistic. I think there's a lot that could improve the way it was now under Panini. I've been very vocal about my displeasure with some stuff they do. So in my opinion, just speaking freely, I don't think it can get too much worse. My concerns mostly are I rip a lot of top stuff, a lot of Topps Chrome. I want the hobby to be best it can be,
Yep.
and I think it starts with the product itself. I've ripped, for example, this year I ripped a lot of Topps Chrome. My plan was to do breaks with it, but the problem was I personal occasion myself for a video and make sure that I like the product. But all the autos I pulled from the hobby case, all 12 combined, I don't even think were $100.
Top Scrum Baseball.
Yeah, and I mean
Yeah.
the boxes are almost $300. That's not the way to do it. You have to find a way. I know they're adding case hits. There's so many of them. Unfortunately, they don't go for too much. I call it the case hit crisis. There's so many that
Yeah.
only a couple sell. Kaboom in the downtowns. If those are gone,
Yeah.
then what happens?
I think Topps is in such an interesting position because, we were literally having this conversation earlier. Is like, it's, Panini has. We've talked about this before on podcasts. Like, Panini has the case hits in the market.
Yeah.
They have downtowns. They have kabooms. They have color blasts. Like
yeah.
the Panini case hits. Like they're the best. It's not even close.
Not even close.
And Topps has got to try to come in, take over the market, and build that kind of success because case kits are such a big part of the market.
Huge.
But also, that's the biggest thing now is like, how do you make enough product to satisfy the market and not overdo it? Because if Topps Chrome cases, if one of the the biggest names in ripping and reviewing products on YouTube is pulling $100 out of a case of Chrome, like Chrome's not like $100 box. They're like multiple hundreds of dollars.
Yep, many.
And to pull autos that aren't very good with a watered down checklist, like that's going to be an interesting battle for Topps is producing enough to satisfy the market while not making hobby boxes $800.
Can't be.
But you're going to pull a good card. Like that's going to be a challenge, when they take this over.
There's some bright minds there. So once again, I'm optimistic. But yeah, right now I do see an issue where I think they've tried to make crazy case hits, but the market hasn't received them well. Everyone just wants kaboom, downtown, color blast, stuff like that.
Yep.
They aren't landing yet. I hope they do. The value in boxes, like for example, I was going to run breaks to our customers on Whatnot.
Yep.
I didn't think it'd be a good break, so I didn't run any of those breaks. I ran Delight because that one was actually pretty good for me. Those were actually solid. We did some breaks, got good stuff.
Yep.
But I didn't run the Jumbo in the hobby. I pulled those from our schedule because I knew that people get shelled. It's a bloodbath.
Yep.
And it's bad enough for one person to get it. I don't want to spread that anymore to my customers, so we had to pull that.
But again, like I don't want this to come across as like critical to Topps or Panini because I think they both do, I think we would both sit here and say that it didn't look like this 5 years ago, and that's not by accident. So there's definitely some good things happening.
A lot of good.
Because I would also sit here and not, Brian and I were talking earlier, like Royalty Tennis is one of my favorite all-time products.
Oh yeah.
So I see some of the things that Topps is doing, and I'm like, I'm optimistic.
They're
then you see things like Topps Chrome, and you're like, it doesn't have PCA, it doesn't have Cal Raleigh, the auto checklist isn't great.
Not great.
And then you see products like Royalty, UFC, and tennis. You're like, dude, imagine ripping this in basketball and pulling LeBron.
It'd be phenomenal.
It's going to be
phenomenal. It would be phenomenal.
Right?
Literally, my exact thought is, like, so that's like the cons I mentioned.
Sure.
And I hope that improves. But then again, the reason why I'm optimistic is there's so many pros. I can't stop buying Dynasty Jason Dominguez because there's so many nasty cards that I just have to have for my collection. I keep buying the same card, but the patch is different. One's dirty. I need that one too. I keep opening so many of the other sets. So there's a lot that I think that they are just crushing on. I mean, they have so many unique things. They debut thing with a Circuit Genius. Working with the leagues the way they are. I mean, there's so much doing right. They have athletes participating. Fanatics Fest, I went to that.
Crazy.
I mean, it was unbelievable. You and me, when we just walked down the aisle, I mean, where can you do that? So they are doing so many things right. And the issues they have are very fixable. That's why I'm very optimistic because I think this industry's needed for a while. And I think, they're invested, they're all in. I think I'm optimistic for what they have. And hopefully a year later, maybe we're back here and we're like high five and like, yeah, we did it. Like, we love it. They're crushing it,
Yeah, I think that's really well said. I think, like I said, there's a couple things, that need fixed. I think Topps is very aware of these things. Like, that's one thing I'll give them a lot of credit for is they've been very, open to feedback. And I would expect a lot of those things to improve. Like, they're committed to this. They want this to work. They want this to grow. They're in every area of the business. But moving on, we're here. We're at the National, biggest card show in the world. All cards, 5, 6, 7 days, depending on how long you're here. What's, for someone that creates a lot of content and big content. How do you approach the biggest card show in the world?
Well, I try, but I don't. I wing it because I know that first of all, I mean, this year is hectic for us, so I didn't really have much time to prepare as it is. I think I have a short thing on my notes app of just everything I need to do this week, which I haven't organized yet. But when I get back to my hotel, I have an hour set aside to okay, tomorrow I'm doing this, this, this. But the only thing I did is try to coordinate content pieces ahead of time,
Yep.
book hotel ahead of time because a couple years ago, I paid like 400 a night, and I vowed I'd never let that happen again. So I'm probably gonna book today for next year, and
Smart.
do that. Number one tip. I tried to tell my friends, they didn't do it, and now they're like, oh no, like oh
Yeah.
they're all gone. That's about all the prep I do. Other than that, I kind of come in here, wing it. I just want to have fun. That was my main goal this year. We had a lot of content last year that took up so much time. I didn't get to enjoy the show like at all. I was here like at 8 p.m. just working on a video. There was an event I wanted to go to and like hang with some friends, and they're all doing it together. It's like this Squidward meme looking at like them from the window, and they're all texting like in the chat like we're having so much fun. I'm like trying to edit, and so I cut some of those ones, found cool content to do for them in place of that.
Yep.
That wouldn't be as time consuming just because right now it's just myself on my little laptop trying to do it. I know that I don't want to overwork myself, so my goal this year is have fun, try to find some cool cards. There's a lot of cards I've been on the hunt for a while. If they're anywhere, they're here.
What's your number one?
I hate to keep doing this. Here's like 3 or 4.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's been pulled yet. Jason Dominguez Dynasty Logo Man. If that's out there, I need that card. Dwight Howard Exquisite Jersey Number RPA, the 1/12.
Okay.
Also looking for any big Banes.
Desmond Bane.
Desmond Bane.
Yep.
Always. Jaren's. Jaws. Some Magic stuff maybe. And then maybe like some Grail level stuff that maybe I don't see on a daily basis that I know I'm not going to see again.
Mostly basketball.
Mostly. Or Yankees. Although right now, I don't even want to think about the Yankees. I get really frustrated in our streams. I crash out in our streams when someone says anything that starts with Y.
But probably not, I know you're a big Desmond Bane guy. I know we talked last year about that. He gets traded. I'm going to guess you're a big Disney guy, so you like Paolo. I would imagine the Magic's probably a good spot for a guy like Desmond Bane to end up.
I keep telling people, a lot of people ask, it could have been worse because my second favorite team is the Magic because, I mean, we both appreciate some good old Disney, right?
Yep.
I'm a big Disney Universal guy, so I'm there a lot.
Yep.
My dad brought us there a lot when we were growing up, and I just have so many fond memories there.
Yep.
A big thing there is I can't work.
Yep.
And I will work myself, to death when I'm at home.
Yep.
So I go there, I just relax. I don't really ride too many rides. I kind of just eat and sit by the pool, watch a movie, hang out with this pack, and we love those trips. So we go there. The pro is the Magic games are, I don't know, like 1% the price. They're close, and they're 1% the price of the Knicks tickets. So if I want to go see the Grizzlies play, it's like $400 for the nosebleeds. I could meet Desmond Bane at the Magic game for $400 and do the tip off if I wanted to. It's awesome. So I always get great seats, get to see a great game, and I'm ready there just to relax. It's awesome. So I really like the Magic. I already have merch and cards for them. I had Franz cards already, tons of Apollo, add Bane in the mix. So I'm rooting for the Magic. East is wide open. Dare I say he
wide
found
open
greener pastures? Maybe. I'm rooting for him. We got traded to the Magic, so I'm still a Grizzlies fan, but I mean, I'm rolling with Desmond Bane no matter where he goes. He go to China, I'm still following him. So
that's awesome. I mean, it's hard to. It just I think this interview will again, I've known you for so long. Like, it's just cool to like see the other side of you, like just so people can see like you're just a normal guy, just funny sense of humor. So it's cool to see that live in person and for the world to see it. But here at the National, if you could only, as a guy that rips so much, there's a lot of exclusives here. If you could only rip one exclusive from the National, what are you choosing?
Oh, geez.
I think I know your answer, but
I would say normally the black boxes, but I got destroyed in those last year.
Really?
2 years ago, they were excellent. And the year before that, they were excellent. But last year, the price was a little bit cheaper, thankfully. But I feel like the cards I got were like maybe I sold them for like a couple $100, $300. I paid obviously multiples of that.
Yeah.
This year, hopefully they're cheaper, but who knows? Obviously, supply and demand, we'll see. But I'm gonna say then the gold packs
Yeah.
instead.
That's what I figured you would say.
But I used to love those black boxes because they're so crazy. But the
Yep.
gold packs, last year's were nuts.
Last year's were awesome. We talked about that
Yeah.
on the way up here. This is a complete one-off. I have been to the Panini VIP party since 2015. It's one of my highlights every year. I think Panini does a phenomenal job on it. And with Topps taking over the licensing, I hope Topps adds something like that because I think it is one of my highlights. Panini does an incredible job on the party, but the gold packs are like the best pack at the National, in my opinion. They have been for a while. I'm going to go on record and say that I love the Bowman Chrome U packs Topps does as a college football collector. But last year with the Nebula autos,
Yeah.
Caitlin
One
Clark,
being Caitlin Clark.
the splash of color, you had the Arch Manning Texas flag photo, great photos, they're chrome cards. They turned out amazing.
They're excellent.
So that would probably be my answer. And I
Yeah.
figured it would be yours, just knowing like how good the packs are, how well the content does.
Yeah.
My only negative about the gold packs is they're now, because of like, I think it was because like people were like, I don't know if it was like a stealing or a safety, but they get mailed to you now.
I know. Oh,
You
my
used to
gosh.
get them at
Come
the
on,
show,
man.
and then you could open them Saturday night,
No,
and that was like
no.
the best night of the whole show. Now they get mailed to you, so it's a little different.
They got to do it here again. They have. I mean, that is a huge having the whole show floor going Google Gaga over your packs.
For sure.
I'm figuring out a way. I don't know how. And a sneaky pick is the case breaker packs. Are you aware of those ones?
Yeah, they get sold to
With
like
boxes
case
inside?
breakers that can like buy them. But I don't know if we've ever opened any for a video. I don't think we've opened up like a few of them like when we get them in deals, but I don't think we've ever opened like enough of them for a video.
Those are sneaky seconds to me. But yeah, you got to go golds. They're a lot of fun. And any pack could just be fireworks. That's the crazy part. So I like packs like that where you always have no matter what you pull in the last pack, the next one can have anything. Unlike a box of select, all right, I just pulled a big hit.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
probably cooked.
Sure.
But in this one, you got back to back to back to back to back to back, just big hit of top names. So like last year with Wemby and Clark, I mean that was phenomenal.
Yeah, phenomenal.
Whole hobby's going crazy, and this year I'm excited for them again. Hopefully a lot of fun.
You've ripped a crazy amount of product. Anything you haven't ripped that you want to rip? Like, what's your dream? I want to rip this video. What's that
Dream?
look like?
0304 Exquisite.
Oh my gosh.
Dream.
Big dreams.
Because I one day want to own a LeBron RPA.
Grail card?
It's definitely one of them. I'm a LeBron
Let
guy.
me guess. You have 3 or 4.
There you go. All right. So I'll see myself out. You got it. Literally. There's multiple cards, but yeah, LeBron Exquisite, because that got me,
Yep.
I didn't get to watch Jordan play.
Yep.
LeBron was the guy I watched. Kobe too, I love.
Yep.
I guess another runner-up would be 96 Chrome.
You ripped 12 Prism basketball?
Yes.
Yeah.
That Prism hates me. I don't like I like Prism the set, the
Yeah.
cards, but I don't like ripping Prism anymore because I like it for the rush. I don't like it for the pulls.
Except for the Josh Allen gold.
Now all the more reason not to like it because
Yeah.
I just I get flashbacks of not fun times that turned into bad times.
Yep, sure.
I remember that vividly. Every step of the way on DMs, like texting the guys. Yeah, I don't. Prism's not my friends. I'm ready for Topps Chrome.
All right. Well, obviously you've got a lot to do this week, so I would love to sit here and chat with you forever. I think this has been a real honor to be able to have you on here. But I want to leave everybody with one, I'm going to leave you with one question, and I'm curious your answer. You've been doing this a long time. You've built something incredible most people dream of. You've done it the right way, and you're a good person. But if you were starting over today, knowing what you know now, what would be the piece of advice you would give yourself?
Ooh. I'd probably tell myself sometimes I'm a little afraid to step out of my comfort zone. I think that if I took that step to go a little more like even now, as I mentioned earlier, we have a very unprofessional setup. It's strictly myself in my setting, opening packs, and I mean it's not that good. But hopefully, once again, we have packs that people like to watch. I think it would have been wise to make that investment and that time to get someone to actually help in a professional sense.
Yep.
Like one thing that I've chatted with you before, because I see you do all the time, you crush in this game, is like shorts. Like a lot of successful influencers have been smashing the shorts game because and like reels and all that stuff. I don't really do that. I tried for a little bit, but I never had the time to do it. That's something I should absolutely be doing. A lot of lost opportunity there.
Yep.
I would like to just have a cleaner setup because I want it badly. We're close. Actually, I think we're close. But if I had that, I think it'd be, just a smoother setup, editor to help. Yeah, I see your team and you guys crush. So something like that. I always look like, okay, a team like that would save life around here because
Yeah.
I watch my own videos like to make to
Yep.
proof check them while I'm editing. I was like looking at my little like face cam in the corner. I should. Well, I don't know why I don't have a green screen. I should. So I would make that investment and just. I'm always like oh, I don't know. What if it doesn't work out?
Yeah.
I'd probably just take the leap. Probably the wisest thing to do, and that whether that in streaming and in videos, because like our streaming setup also hopefully very primitive. It's the phone. It's the piece of paper. It definitely could. You have a great streaming setup too. So you do so many things. A lot of stuff. I'm watching your stream. Okay, I want that. That looks good. Like got the face cam in there. So definitely want to improve that, and we just have a setup that I think that will facilitate a lot of growth. Because right now, I think I'm kind of stepping on my own foot sometimes by not making that leap. People are like, "Wait, this is one of the top pack opening channels. This is it?
Yep.
Like really?" So I hope you really love packs because that's really all we got. And I don't consider myself the most interesting person, so I'm sitting there just.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it.
Yeah, I think that just speaks a lot to just like who you are. Again, just putting yourself out there. I mean, you've again like what you've built is so impressive, and you're just you're telling people like, hey, put yourself out there. Like you're still figuring it out as you go, and I think that's just so important. That it's just like you don't have all the answers, and that's one thing I admire about you is like you're just always looking to learn and to get better, and you built something crazy, and you're still trying to find a way to improve that and build it better.
Yeah, it's worth noting. Depending on what side of me you see, different scenarios. You'll see a different side of me. Like in videos, I'm very calm. Like after done recording, right now I'm trying to slow my speech down. But you talked to me before. I talk really fast. I'm very ADHD. I'm like always very like jittery sometimes.
Yep.
In our streams, I get hyped sometimes. But naturally, I'm not a social media user.
Yep.
I'm not a big camera person. I'm a pretty quiet, usually introverted guy. I don't do much. So in order to do this, I really stepped outside the comfort zone.
Sure.
And I would encourage some people to do the same thing because now I love it. But if you see the beginning, I don't put my face on there.
Yep.
I'm very like shy, secretive. That is my personality, but I love this so much. I know so many people that are in this industry, so I'm very comfortable now. But like, yeah, that's definitely something that I'm glad I did is take that leap because that is not naturally my personality. Like to be in front of a camera. Like right now, if you told me I'd be sitting on a podcast, I'm like, no, someone else, someone else, because I'll sit there in the corner, like just watching, like I'm doing good, but I'm usually not the guy to go in front and lead these things. I like to just kind of chill back, relax, low profile,
sure,
not too loud. But hey, I love it now, and I think I made the right choice. So
well, I appreciate you spending some valuable time at the show to come on here. If anybody for some reason has been living under a rock and they don't know where to find you, where are you at online?
YouTube's #1 at Packman, spelled like that, Packman. Instagram, I need to do TikTok and stuff like that. I made it Twitter years ago, which I stopped using, but YouTube and Instagram and then whatnot is where we do our streams. If you want to ever ask a question, if you want to know something you heard is true, if you want to, learn something, I'm usually there and I try to answer as many questions. No matter usually what you have, I'll try to answer anything. So if you want just chat, I'm usually live there or comment on videos. I try to respond there too when I can. And yeah, I'm always around. Never be a stranger.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on. That's all I got for now, guys. Peace.